thank you for coming. My name is Sasha. I'm going to be just doing an assessment today just to find out what's bringing you in today. Maybe introduce yourself, someone brought you in.
Well, my name's Fred, and this is my ex-wife Daphne and my daughter Velma. And Velma was recently expelled from school for drinking at school. And I'm really worried about her. She used to live with her mom, and she's living with me now because her mom is struggling with some things of her own, and I'm fine with that, and I want to help, and I just don't know what to do, and I'm dealing with some of my own issues. We're both veterans and have been diagnosed with PTSD. I'm on this medication, and I'm feeling anxious, and I don't know what to do, and here's my daughter, and she's drinking at school, and I'm really worried about her, and I don't know what to do. I've not been a single dad before.
Thank you for coming, Fred, and sounds like there's a lot going on. How about yourself?
Well, I'm Daphne, and I'm her mom, his ex, and I agree. We are both concerned about Velma, and I'm struggling right now. I'm going through some things myself, and so it was really hard for me to have to, give my kids full custody to him. I love my kids, but I'm just feeling very overwhelmed, and I've been to the therapist, and all they want to do is put you on a bunch of medication, and I don't want to do that, and so it's been really difficult for me, and I know about, I have a history of substance use myself, and I don't want to see her go down that same road.
Yeah, so it sounds like both of you are really concerned for Velma and want to be able to be a help. Shows that you guys really care. How about you, Velma? What do you think your family brought you in today?
I mean, like my mom said, like she's drank before, and I feel like, it's not as big a deal as like they're making out to be. Like, I just like to drink with my friends, and I don't know, so I just feel like I don't need to be here.
So you're noticing that there's been drinking in the family before, and have you also been?
Yes, yeah, and that's one of the reasons we're concerned, is we've both struggled with this in the past, and we both know what it looks like and what can happen, and she's already being expelled from school.
Yeah. And Velma, you're saying that you are aware of that, but also feel like you don't need to be here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have more control over my drinking than like my parents think. Like they don't know, but like there's been times I've stopped when I wanted to, and
That's what it does to you. It makes you feel like you're in control, but you're not.
Right. If you're really in control, would you be drinking at school?
I don't know.
Okay, so but you feel that you have the capability of stopping. Could you tell me maybe an example of that?
Well, like, I really wanted to get my driver's license, and I knew that I couldn't be drinking, obviously, with that. So, like, I stopped for like a month or two, like while I was studying for my driver's test, and then got my driver's license. And I don't ever drink and drive.
And then it's more than just the drinking.
Yeah.
When she is home, she's just isolated in her room.
Okay.
She doesn't really want to come out and talk to anyone. She's, when I call, she doesn't want to take my calls.
So you're seeing that drinking has also is impacting her social life as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She used to be really active socially and had a lot of friends, and she never even hangs out with them anymore. She's on the dance team. She stopped showing up to practice.
Okay. So it's not only impacting herself, but those around her too. Is that correct?
Yeah. She won't even take my calls, and I haven't seen her before now. It's been a while.
Okay. How do you feel about hearing this, that it's impacting both your parents? How do you feel about them?
I mean, they haven't said this before, so,
Oh, so they never voiced this before to you?
yeah, I feel like they don't say it that way, like it's always just more, I think I'm supposed to just do what they say all the time, they don't.
And I'm trying really hard to be a single dad. Like, your mom raised you your whole life, and so I'm trying to like walk into this situation, and and be helpful in dealing with my own stuff too. And I just like, I feel like I'm being shut out.
Yeah, it sounds like you have a big role to fill as well, being mom and dad, filling both roles. The type of therapy is called Psychoeducation. Her name is Michaela, and she will be taking over the therapy sessions. She's really great, and she will be teaching you, what's the impact of substance abuse and mental health, like how do they go hand in hand, and as well as, why is it important for the family to be involved, because that's really important to get the family support. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me today, and hopefully we can get a couple of things figured out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome to Multifamily Education Therapy. A little bit about what we're going to talk about is codependency and boundaries, the impact of substance abuse on the family, and the impact of mental health on the family. What we like to do here is kind of talk about having a support system and talking about mental health in terms of what it does to the person, what it does to the family, and any societal factors that influence the family when it comes to looking at mental health and substance abuse. So one of the things we would like to talk about today is why should the family be involved? But before we get started on any of that, I would like everyone to introduce themselves so you guys can get to know each other and get a little bit more comfortable with talking about these things. Who would like to start?
Hi, my name is Daphne, and I'm here with my daughter and my ex, and we're just here because we think we need to be surrounded by some people that can support us in our issues we're going through right now.
Thanks for coming here.
My name's Fred. I'm here with my ex and my daughter, and I feel like we really need some support with what's going on right now.
I'm Delman.
I'm Scooby, and I'm here with my mom.
And my name is Shaggy. I'm here with my 15-year-old daughter, and we've been having some difficulties at home. I'm a single mom, and so we just thought, we could definitely use this.
Great. Well, thanks everyone for coming today. Where I'm going to start is we're going to watch a video that kind of takes a look at mental health and the impact that it has, and then also takes a look at substance abuse. So we just finished watching a video about mental health and talking about substance abuse and how they can correlate. So would anyone like to share how maybe mental health or substance abuse has impacted their family?
For us, I'm a single mom, like I said earlier, and I'm working really hard to support my daughter and to make sure that she's very successful academically and that she has a good future. But the only issue that we have right now is that she's been hanging out with the wrong crowd lately, and she's been introduced to a lot of things that are, harming her. And as a result, especially when it comes to alcohol, and so I just wanted to see if we can, get a little bit more information about that, because it's negatively affecting our relationship, and it's been hard.
It's going to be really hard, especially at that age, to really talk about or really know the effects of substance abuse and the long-term effects of it, especially when we're looking at the mental health aspect of it. When we look at substance abuse, it has an impact on how we feel, how we, our thoughts. Does anyone feel like they can relate to what she shared?
Yeah, I can totally relate because I'm sort of like a single parent myself. We co-parent, but I'm a single parent, and I've been down that road before myself, and I know what alcohol, what that can do to you, and I have some other issues that I'm trying to work on, and so I know what that's like, and I don't really want that for my daughter.
I feel the same way. I've had similar issues, and I'm just really worried about her. And I also feel like a single parent. She lives with me, and I'm trying to be mom and dad right now in our living situation, and I've never done that, and I just really am worried about her, and I don't know how to
Yeah. I mean, I feel like my dad, I live with him, and, he just gets really stressed and like anxious sometimes, and so I'd rather just go drink with my friends and just kind of relax and like blow off steam, and I don't get that.
But then when you do that, it makes me feel more stressed and more anxious, because I'm really worried about you and what that's going to mean for your life, and getting expelled from school. I feel like that's going to negatively affect you for a while.
Have you thought about the impact that the drinking has had on your family?
No, I guess I didn't. I just didn't think they were paying attention, so.
So when you drink, what are some of the things that you're feeling in that moment?
I feel like relief, like relax, like I just don't feel like all the pressures of everything, you know, it just feels like an escape, getting away.
Okay, well, I'm gonna push you a little bit further. When you say you feel relief, what is that relief from? What do you feel you're escaping from?
I feel like the conflict, you know, like my parents have been divorced a long time, but like, you know, my mom used to have custody of us, and now like we're their dad, and I just, it's hard, you know, they fight, they both like have PTSD, they both have like anxiety, and I just like pick up on it all the time, and so it's like relief from noticing like all that pain that they have, and I feel like I can't do anything about it.
You bring up a really good point. When it comes to mental health, a lot of times we don't know what to do, so we cope in our own ways, and one of those ways a lot of times is substance use or substance abuse. It's not just for those with the diagnoses. A lot of times that kind of goes to other family members because they haven't been educated on positive coping in order to help the family members. So that's one of the things hopefully that we can continue to discuss here and kind of filter out in terms of what are some positive coping skills that we can utilize, not only for ourselves as a family, but for the person that is trying to manage their mental